All right, so we'll start. I'll just turn my camera on. Give me a second. Hello. So, good morning, dear partners. Thank you so much for joining us today. This session is to help you get oriented on a few things which some of which you may know about Lendfast, some of which you may not. Right. So we'll get started without losing more time. So, as you know, we are a lending company. We are called Lendfast. We have our office in Hyderabad and are registered in the Chandanagar area. But primarily, we work remotely, right? I have some of my team members on the call as well, and some of which you would have spoken to. And in this session, I would introduce something, I would share more details about what we do, how we do, and in that process, bring certain things into light, which will help us both as companies or as individuals to grow in a combined manner. Okay, so I'll move on to the next slide. So this is how our website looks like. You may be wondering what that frog does in our pictures, right? So I would introduce myself first. I'm the general manager of Lendfast. Some of the members whom we have spoken with are our loans advisors, and a special member of our team is this frog, right? We called it our mascot, and it has a special significance, and you will see them in all our branding, and it's very important for us from a messaging perspective. What it means is that it relates with people, the ordinary or the common citizens of India, right? People like you, me. We do a lot of things in our lives, and knowingly or unknowingly, we may become or behave or akin to a frog in the well, right? Meaning we make the things that surround us our world, but through loans, through extra financial assistance, we can help this frog or our customers jump out of the well and find better waters. From a small well, they can go into a big pond or a bigger pond and so on. So this sense of, this power which loans give to our customers is what we want to highlight using this mascot. Right? So that's a very special mention. I just wanted to help you understand. So this is how our website looks like. We are a loans provider. We provide financial solutions for anyone, for anything. So as you can see on the slide, there is no loan which we do not do. There are home loans, there are mortgages called loan against property, or there is a business loan, overdraft, personal loans, all of it. Right? And we are not bankers ourselves or lenders ourselves. We work with banks. And what you see on the screen are our banking partners. So there are over 50 partners that we have, and we are adding the remaining ones as well continuously. So you see all major brands represented. And these are the banks who give ultimately the loans to our customers. When I say our, basically your customers. When you help your customers, let's say with a real estate or a property choice, and when they need funds, and when you share them with us, they are likely to get loans from one of these banks. So it's very safe, and they get the terms of these banks, which are RBI regulated and all. So they get standard ROIs or the most competitive one because we compare and match it with the right requirement of the customer and so on. Right? So your customers are in very safe hands of the banks which are nationalized or which are approved by the government of India. Uh, we also have some additional value add. We provide the best loan solutions. We compare with our partners help. We compare which bank and offers what, and what of that matches with our customers' requirements. Right. So we are able to provide that solutioning, the right solutioning to our customers, and our customer does not have to go to one bank after the other to do that. So it's a one-stop for all financial needs of our customers. Right? We reward like none other. So we are one of the few companies, I would say, or maybe the only one out there who rewards the customers also. So apart from the partner benefits which you get, which you know, we also reward the customers a little bit. And while that amount or that message is not our key message, you can proudly and confidently tell that customers that it's not always punitive or punishing to get a loan. Via Lendfast, who is your partner, they can be rewarded as well, right? And then we'll explain them what exactly that is more when we connect with them, right? We also care for loyalty. So no other bank or no other lender who provides loan cares for loyalty, right? I myself have taken 3, 4 loans so far in the last 15 years of my career, and every time it has been a different agent. Even though I would love to have heard from the agent, no one cares for loyalty, not even my bank with whom I have had salary account. So we care for that. We are changing that, and we care for loyalty, and we keep the customer for lifetime, giving them more and more rewards. We are secure, so there's no need or no risk of documents, going into unsafe hands. It's directly with the bank and the customer, right? And we add value, right? So you are our very, very valued customers, and you do so much value add yourself. And now with you joining hands with us, we are confidently able to offer our customers your benefits. So if our customer is looking for a property and they directly come to us, we are now opening up to the possibility that I can connect them to you, one of you, if depending on what specialty you have, which area you serve, which property type you serve, right? So we add all those value add to our customers. Apart from helping our troubled customers improve their credit, advise them on how to get out of the troubled situation. And we are now coming up, or we will be starting affiliate services via your help and via other partners' help, wherein we can give them real estate advisory if somebody is buying real estate. If somebody is taking a student loan, we might even offer them via our affiliates or partners assured internship in the second year of their college, for example. Or if somebody is taking a first-time business loan, right? We can even offer them startup services via one of you or one of our partners. So we are becoming a very powerful community, and that is our value. Okay. So with that introduction being done, I would change the topic slightly. I would say you all know that this is an age of smart, everything around us is getting smart, starting from smartphones to cars, our fridge, TV, AC, they are now Wi-Fi or Alexa operated, right? Our software systems are now getting smart. But loans is one thing which is still not very smart, right? They are still, I would say, dumb. And that is because there is a lot of chaos or the noise or unstructured information or lack of information when somebody approaches for loan, right? And this can affect you and your customers, and that is why it is important for you, right? People still hate calls when they get calls from random lending companies, including mine, for example, right? So that is the dumbness I'm talking about, right? And if you see why that is the case, you will understand that. If you here is some data on how has loans or lending business grown in the last 5 years. And since I have more of real estate partners here, I'll focus on home loan and also bit on personal loan. If you see that red line and the blue line, you will see that over the last 5 years, there is so much growth in that, right? And with that growth, more and more people, 1 in 3 who buys a home is now using a home loan to purchase a home, right? And this is likely to become, sorry, 3 among 10 are taking loans. And this is likely to become 5 in 10 in next 2 years. So 50% people are going to use it, right? So that is how it has evolved. And same with personal loans, very similar. So people are getting crazy and literally lining up for taking loans. And Hence, the companies providing loans are also lining up, right? Not just salaried people. You might be getting business people also. And if you look at them, even there, the preference is now increasing towards loans or debt versus equity or venture capital or stocks, right? And some of the examples we see to support that are Byju's or the software firms where venture capital is used instead of loans. And we see them failing more and more, right? So equity has a negative impact on business and the way business operates and their profitability and so on. So companies, at least the early stage companies, they are going for loans. So the bottom line is that you as partners or you as business owners will get, or as real estate agents will see people asking for loans more and more, or depending on loans more and more. If they don't get loans, probably your deal is likely at risk, right? And finally, a small picture of comparing that compares the industry sizes. The blue is the lending market, which is what Lendfast is into. It is $280 billion industry in India, bigger than the automobile industry, which is green, or the pharma industry, which is in purple, dwarfed only by the real estate industry, which is bigger, right? It's bigger than IT also. So with so much lending activity happening, I think you have taken the right decision. I think this gives you the confidence or should give you the confidence as to why lending company and partnering with us or a lending provider is going to add value to you. Now I'll talk about loan worthiness, meaning when a customer comes to you, why is it important now? Since we have seen that loan people depend on loans to buy a property or or take some financial decisions, it is important for you to know whether your customers are in a position to take loan or not, right? So I would like to highlight basic principle of loan, and I think you should understand that from your future customers, that loans are given to those who can pay back and who intend to pay back, right? So if you see certain customers, right? So if you see customers walking to you, I think one of the good first checks could be that whether they are depending on a loan do that deal with you, and if so, are they capable of or worthy of that or not? So whether they qualify for that deal, otherwise you might be losing time or wasting time on them. Right? And a little concept of the loan of all these banks that you saw is whether customer can pay back, whether he has that income, and whether he has the right history, the intention to pay back, which is the CIBIL score. Apart from the appeal, meaning where is he, where he works, which location, etc. Some of the reasons why their loans get rejected are just for your education purpose, because if they are too, and I'll give you a very simple example, right? So if a customer walks into a Mercedes car showroom, what will Mercedes showroom people look at as the first thing, right? They would look at the person, they would see, they would gauge in their own way whether that person earns enough and will eventually be able to buy or not. So same concept, when a customer comes to you asking for a property, looking for a big property, etc. I'm sure you do your checks, but if they are depending on loan, and if that is the key to getting that deal finalized or done or closed, these are some next level basic checks which will likely impact you if they are not positive, right? So if a low income less than 15K per month or 25K month will straight away reject that case. Low CIBIL score, if their history is bad, it will not work. If they earn a lot, but then they spend a lot with no banking proof. So if they don't have the documentation in place, then also they can fail. So this list will help you predict if your deal will be successful or not. Here are some detailed reasons why loans get rejected or delayed. So and I've highlighted, we don't need to get into the entire list, but the yellow ones probably could affect you. affect you, right? So if multiple hard inquiries, meaning if your customer says that his plan is to go to a bank and try that, if it works, if it doesn't work, go to another bank, and so on, then you might face an issue closing that deal with that customer, because doing that means doing multiple hard inquiries for loan, and that can lead to loan rejection by the bank. And if the gets rejected, maybe that deal also may not happen, meaning you lose business. If the customer doesn't have documents, they'll tell you, I don't have this document or I don't have that. That's also a likely red flag, or a risk. Or if the customer or that property you are dealing with probably is a remote location, remotely located somewhere where few banks are there. That's one reason as well. Or if the property is non-compliant, it's not approved, then these are risky cases, and cannot work with all these banks. Right? Now I'll address the question as to why, or how we add value. You saw how we add value, but why are we better than the current players? And we are much better. These are the criteria that you see, for example, process, or the impact on the credit, or etc. Whatever these parameters are, there are several options that a customer can go to. The customer can go to the bank directly, which is this option number 1 here, or they can go to Lendfast, or they can go to many companies similar to Lendfast. We call them direct selling agents, DSAs. So here is how we compare. Our process, if they go to the bank directly, every bank will lock them and apply for them, and there will be so many different applications. You all must be seeing how busy the customers are, and this can lead to waste of their time. This can also lead to repeated hard inquiries and a negative impact on that, right? So if you, by sharing those customers with us, we will simplify and give a better experience to our customer. They can share the data only once, and we can check with all our banks and apply to the best one via soft checks, so no impact on civil score. So you get a happier customer at the end of the day, and therefore more referrals, or more other customers from him or her, right? And so on. So you don't need to get into this, but there are the last two which are very important, meaning the support, right? If the customer goes directly to the bank, there is very limited support given by the bank. My own bank has never, no, it has become a nightmare to get even the interest certificate at the end of the year for filing my IT return, for example, right? Or for changing the rate of interest whenever RBI changes it. I literally had to go every time from Chandanagar to Patni Center, Secunderabad, and do a manual process, and it would take a lot of time. So all these pain areas your customer can avoid via working with Lendfast, because we create a login for them, and we retain them for lifetime, taking care of them, right? And so on. And the cashback is the small token benefit which our customer gets, which is important as well. They have a mechanism to keep earning by sharing more referrals. So they get cashback on their own loans, on people they refer to us, and on the loans taken by referral. So this way they get an arrangement where they earn from the loan, right? So this are some of the things which no other DSA does, right? So some of you, when these discussions were happening, asked these questions rightly, that you are getting so and so commission from other DSA, or why do we already have some partners, as some bank as a partner. But now I hope this clarifies you that we are a one-stop shop which comes with a package or a bundle of benefits, unlike no other DSA. Okay? And I'll give a very simple example, so which will help you get more clarity. So recently we had a customer whose requirement was to buy an apartment in Nalagandla. And this has come from one of our channel partners forwarded this case. So an apartment in Nalagandla from Aparna, available on resale. He was buying for 1.2 CR. Market value was somewhere 80 lakhs to 1.2 CR given by various banks. And the customer's preference was to take a loan such that he has to pay minimum registration to the government and yet get maximum loan amount. So with this requirement, we went to all our banks with just his information, no documentation taken, no personally identifying information shared, just his information. We went to all the banks and we were able to give him some options, right? So uh, without that, the customer would have had to go to multiple bank looking for the max property valuation, giving bank. He also needed a support. He also needed a work order because he wanted to split the checks, right? So he had to identify the bank which supported that. This would have led him to do multiple logins. And this would have been so much confusing for him because different banks have different checklists, different fees. And in a minute, we'll see how much complex this can be, right? So what we did was we used our partnership and our process and all those that I showed to you, and we gave him this proposal. And this is how we work with all customers, right? So we scouted literally 50 banks for his case, did all the diligence ourselves, and identified three options, and which we gave to him, to the customer. So as you can see here, option one is SDFC, option two ICICI, option three L&T. And this could be different for different customers. Now, customers' loan requirement was 1.2 CR, but it figured that HDFC uh, gave a quote of offer of only 80 to 87 lakhs, meaning there was a good 40 lakh delta or remaining amount which the customer would have had to arrange himself if he went with HDFC. And with that, what is the EMI? What is the processing fee? What is the login fee? All those fees and so on. And what is our cashback? And whether work order is supported or not. Right? So SDFC supported work order and was willing to give maximum 87 lakh. Similarly, ICICI. ICICI gave a little higher, 97 lakh offer with all these fees. So as you can see, the fee of ICICI is way higher than SDFC in this case. Okay. And other fees, but it was not supporting work order, which customer desperately wanted. If that was not there, he would not have purchased that flat, that apartment. So that deal with our partner wouldn't happen. And the final option was the L&T, which we have put as recommended option. L&T was giving 1.2 crore, which is exactly what customer wants. All this other information provided, ROI is comparable with other banks. EMI will be as per that 1.2 CR standard RBI regulated amount. Processing fee is also comparable with next best option of SDFC and so on. And work order also supported. So both of customers' requirements were met. And in that, in each case, we have given how much cashback they will get on their own loan, 4,800. On when they make first referral, another 6,000, and when they keep giving referrals, they keep getting 6,000. So this is how we have given a proposal, and customer is very close to finalizing this and closing the deal. Right. So this is the power of aggregator that we are bringing, and the transparency that we are bringing. And with this, the user experience of the customer is improving, and the customer is a happier customer for that channel partner. And we expect, and we have seen that, we are all experienced folks, we have seen how much this can bring word of mouth benefit for the channel partner as well as for us, right? So this is what you will all get as you see us serving your cases. Right? Finally, I would come to a little bit of the end, towards the end of my session, sharing some basic do's and don'ts, which is, what is our offer for you in terms of commissions or payouts. And now that is per case, and for that to be beneficial to you, viable to you, I would request you start sharing the cases with us as soon as possible so that the benefits can start coming to you as soon as possible. So I would request you to get started with sharing one case a week at least, starting maybe this week or the next, and go up to and have a target of sharing up to 10 cases a month. Because when you do that, that's when you will get 2.2 lakhs per month on a home loan, on home loans, or 3.5 lakhs per month on a mortgage, assuming uh, each loan is a 1 crore loan. And if you are all operating in Hyderabad or Pune or Bangalore or with tier one cities like that, typically a home loan is easily a 1 crore amount. But this gets you an idea of the number of cases you should do with us to get maximum benefit from us. And of course, there is no upper limit. If you give us one case a day, you will get as much. Do check basic profile of your customers upfront, right? So if they need loan to make the deal with you, please also ask them whether they are earning enough and whether they have a good history and sufficient documentation to support their loan later on. Otherwise, they are not worthy of your time. Just like that example of Mercedes I gave you, right? So do check the basic profile of your customers, and then we can all do the talking with the customer and working with the banks and proposing the right thing. Also, I see some of you have still not followed us on the WhatsApp channel, so do that, please. You will get regular updates and offers there. And do not, right? So do not promise unachievable things to the customer, because ultimately, if we cannot, ultimately it is the legally regulated banks and NBFCs which are asking for the whatever documents they are asking for. And if the customer is not having them, it will lead to rejection. And then if you have promised something magic or some unachievable thing, customer will be disappointed by us and by you, right? So let's not do that. So unapproved properties, missing document cases, we can try for them because we have a wealth of partners, but they'll again go by their policy. Right? So let's take care of that. And do not ask. In recent case, we figured out that some channel partner asked money from the client for some services. So I want to reinforce a little point that we are not asking customer for money. At least Lendfast is not doing that. In fact, we are paying the customers for doing the business for us. We are earning from the banks, right? So all these loans are going to the banks. Banks are paying us, and from that we have designed a scheme where we pay you and pay the customers. So we want to keep it that way, and we believe that is the heart and soul of our philosophy of working with the customer. We value the customers, and we want to change this industry in that way, which gives importance to the customers, right? So if you ask money from the customer, they will know from us when we talk to them that there is no fee we are charging. Whatever bank will support or ask, only that fees are charged. And when they'll see that, they will catch it that it is you or one of the CPs which have asked, and they may get disappointed, right? And it might also affect our brand. So as far as money is concerned or income is concerned, I think the point number one takes care of partner payouts, and which is a very handsome amount based on the industry. And if you share the right number of cases, this is all an extra, a very good passive income which you can make by following the standard protocol. So this is a little do and don't list which I would like to highlight. This is some branding material which you can share with your customers if they ask why this, because a lot of times customers will come with pre-held connections. They might say that I know somebody, or they might say that I want an Aparna property, and Aparna already has a tie-up with ICICI Bank or this bank. So they'll come with some connections. But as I showed you, we are better than other DSAs as well, or direct banks as well. So this is the material you can briefly show them or share with them if you want to educate them that by working with us, they'll have a better chance and better value, right? So this is what we give to our customers. It's very transparent. It is on our website also, which they can see. And with that, I'm at the end of the sessions. I made a point at some point that loans are really, not that smart. And that is exactly what we are here to change. So this, what we call, or we offer is smart loans, because that comes with cashback and rewards and earning potential. So with our loans, your customers will be able to take the big leap and really jump out of their little wells or whatever, wherever they are. And that's our message today. Right? So I'm done with what I had to convey. I hope this gives you some clarity of what we are as a company and why should someone deal with us. Why should some your customers deal with us, or why should you or more of your colleagues deal with us, and how we work, right? So I hope that was helpful, and I really look forward to seeing and serving you and connecting with you personally also every week. Thank you. So with that, I will open up for questions. Any of you, if you have any question, you can unmute yourself, please, and ask me any question, and I'll try to help it or answer it. Okay, so I'll take that as a no. No questions. So fair enough. I think we can wrap up the call with this. Please do follow us on our WhatsApp channel. I hope you have seen it. Just follow us there. We will be continuously sharing updates, offers, meeting notes, and we will even review your cases one to one and schedule a time for that, which will be available on as information on the channel. So please do that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.